Yes, student, today we're going to learn solution of quadratic equation. So solution, what the word solution means? Solution means value of the variable. So first of all, let us write the general form of quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the equation because it has the symbol of equality. If we ignore the symbol and if we are going to write it like this, ax square plus bx plus c, then this will called polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and the one that we have written above it is called quadratic equation. So if we find the value of variable in case of number first equation, number first condition, that is equation, then it is called its solution. And if we find the value of variable in case of second condition, that is polynomial, that is also called solution, but they have the separate name. The solution of polynomial means the value of variable in case of polynomial is called as zeros, which we have learned. They are called as zeros of polynomial. And in case of equation, when we find the value of x, value of variable, then that solution is called as roots. Whatever it is called as roots. So we're going to use the word roots. So if we are finding the solution of quadratic equation, it means we are finding the roots of the quadratic equation. And if we are finding the solution of quadratic polynomial, it means we are finding the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Both means the same, but they have the different names. For equation it is called as roots, and for polynomial it is called as zeros. Now I am using the word roots. Roots of quadratic polynomial. If we have to find the roots of quadratic polynomial, then it has three methods. How many methods it has? Three methods. Number first method is factorization method, which we have learned in class 9th also. This is also called as splitting the middle term method. Splitting the middle term. And number second is formula method. In this we are going to use a formula. Next, last is completing the square method. It means completing the square method. First, we already know we are using the concept in class 9th also. In formula method, we are going to use a formula which is also called as Sridharacharya formula. And number third method is completing the square method. Here we have to make the formula of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square according to the given quadratic equation. So we are starting the first method. Number first method we are learning. Let us solve one problem based on factorization method. Suppose we have to find root of the quadratic equation. We have x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation that we have. X square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. We have to find the root. So root means value of variable. So again, as we used to tell you, the root or the solution of the variable depends on the degree of the equation. Here the equation has how much degree? 2. So it means we're going to get two values for x. So before starting, we have to check the order. It should be in correct order. 2 power, 1 power, and without variable. Now here the middle term is minus 3. It means we have to get split minus 3 as a combination of two numbers. And from where we're going to get those two numbers. For that we have to use the process. We have to take the coefficient of x square. Here the coefficient of x square is 1. And the last we have number without variable term, that is 10. When we multiply 1 into 10, it will give 10. Now we have to find out all possible factors of 10 adding or subtracting, which will get 3. So first 1 into 10, if we multiply 1 by 10 we get 10. 2 into 5 will give 10. In the table of 3 we don't get. In the table of 4 also we don't get. Again it is repeated. 5 into 2 will give 10. So 5 into 2 10. Now the roots are, now the factors are repeating. 5 2, then next will be 10 into 1, so it means it has two pair, 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. Now if we add 10 and 1 we will get 11, but what is required? 3. If we subtract 10 and 1 we get 9, but what we need? 3. So we cannot use these, the first pair of factors. Come to the second, 2 and 5. If we add both of them we will get 7, but what is required? 3. So let us change, we'll go into subtract. If we subtract 5 and 2, what we will get? 3. It means we can take these two. Now we have to subtract both of them. It means we have to subtract both of them. We have to subtract 5 and 2. Now we know the sign rule. For subtraction, the symbol of both of them should be opposite. One should be negative and another should be positive. So minus plus means minus. Now out of these two factors, which is to be taken in negative and which is to be taken in positive, it depends on the term which is to be splitted. Here the 3 has a negative sign. It means we have to take the negative sign of the bigger number. So we're going to take minus 5 in negative sign and 2 in positive sign. So in place of minus 3 we're going to write minus 5 and 2. And since x is there, so we're going to write minus 5x and 2x. So it means solution we are starting. X square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. What we're going to write in place of the middle term, we're going to write minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. Now minus 3x is split into two parts. We have to take common from first two term and last two term. Both of them have the variable x and the minimum is single power, so we're going to take single x as common. Out of these two x, one is taken out, take another, minus 1x is out, so what is left? 5. Here plus is in the middle, so write it. Here we have the number as common. It is divisible by 2, it is also divisible by 2, so we can take 2 as common. X inside, since positive sign is there, so the last sign will be written as it is, because plus minus minus. Now we have to think the number by which 2 is multiplied and will give 10, so it will be 5. 2 5s are 10. So what we are watching, the number within the bracket are same. It should be same, otherwise some mistake is done by the student. Now we'll take both of them as common, the bracket term as common, and the number outside the bracket we're going to write in another bracket equal to 0. So this means we can take both the factor equal to 0, x minus 5 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. So transpose 5 minus 5 on the another side, it is giving plus 5, and plus 2 on another side, it is giving minus 2. So here the roots are 5 and minus 2. So this way we can find the root of the quadratic equation, any quadratic equation, using the factorization method, the first method, splitting the middle term method, which we have learned in class 9th also. Thank you.